Analysis on Arneshi Kumar versus State of Bihar 2015 Judgment. Supreme Court of India in 3 judges bench in Arneshi Kumar matter dealt with very important point of criminal jurisprudence. The main endeavor of Supreme Court in this case is to ensure that police officer don't arrest the accused unnecessarily and magistrate do not authorize detention casually and mechanically. 3 core areas of the judgment are factual matrix, observation context, and mandatory directions. Observations context. Need for issuing directions originated from the fact that Apex Court evaluated and took cognizance of the status available relating to crime in India. Crime in India 2012 statistics published by National Crime Records Bureau, Ministry of Home Affairs shows arrest of 1,97,762 persons all over India during the year 2012 for offences under Section 498A for Indian Penal Code. 9.4% more than the year 2011. Nearly a quarter of these arrested under this provision in 2012 were women, that is 47,951, which depicts that mothers and sisters of the husbands were liberally included in their arrest. Its share is 6% out of the total persons arrested under the crimes committed under Indian Penal Code. It accounts for 4.5% of total crimes committed under Indian Penal Code, more than any other crimes excepting theft and hurt. The rate of charge sheeting in cases under Section 498A Indian Penal Code is a high as 93.6%, while the conviction rate is only 15%, which is lowest across all heads. As many as 3,72,706 cases are pending trial, of which an current estimate nearly 3,17,000 are likely to result in acquittal. Taking note of this staggering data, court observed that such misuse of arrest power of a police officer can't be allowed. Expressions used by apex courts are very strong, as it observed that arrest bring humiliation, curtails freedom, and casts scars forever. Thus, Supreme Court issued guidelines and mandatory directions against such practice if the same is done in a mechanical and insensitive manner. Mandatory directions. In cases where the accused is exposed to imprisonment for a term which may be less than 7 years or which may be extended to 7 years with or without fine, existence of following reasons is a precondition of arrest. Police officer must satisfy himself that such person had committed the offence punishable as aforesaid. Police officer before arrest in such cases has to be further satisfied that such arrest is necessary to prevent such person from committing any further offences, or arrest is required for proper investigation of the case or to prevent tampering with evidence in any manner, or though rights of arrested person are dealt separately by Supreme Court in other celebrated judgments, but this judgment is bringing focus back on the issue and is not shying away from observing that those officers who are not following the directions of Supreme Court are not liable for though rights of arrested person are dealt separately by Supreme Court in other celebrated judgments, but this judgment is bringing focus back on the issue and is not shying away from observing that those officers who are not following the directions of Supreme Court are not only liable for departmental action but also for the contempt of court. In Ramu Duggu Omkar Verma versus State of Ashok Nayak, delivered on 24 January 2020, Honorable Sri Justice M.S. Ramachandra Rao of High Court, Telangana, passed a judgment for violation of principles laid down in Arneshi Kumar judgment and allowed the contempt case and sentenced the police officer for a period of 4 weeks and shall also with fine of rupees 2000 to be paid in 4 weeks. Elaborative directions of the Honorable Supreme Court that law mandates the police officer to state the facts and record the reasons in writing which led him to come to a conclusion covered by any of the provisions aforesaid while making such arrest. Law further requires the police officer to record the reasons in writing for not making the arrest. In pith and core, the police officer before arrest must put a question to himself: why arrest? Is it really required? What purpose it will serve? What object it will achieve? Important key observations by the Supreme Court. First, during the course of investigation of the case, an accused can be kept in detention behind a period of 24 hours only when it is authorized by the magistrate in exercise of powers under section 167 of CRPC. Before a magistrate authorizes detention under section 167 CRPC, he has to be first satisfied that the arrest made is legal and in accordance with law and all the constitutional rights of the person arrested is satisfied. The magistrate, before authorizing detention, will record its own satisfaction, maybe in brief, but the said satisfaction must reflect from its order. It shall never be based on ipse dixit of the police officer. When a suspect is arrested and produced before a magistrate for authorizing detention, the magistrate has to address the question whether specific reason have been recorded for arrest, and if so, prima facie those reasons are relevant, and secondly, or reasonable conclusion could at all be reached by the police officer that one or the other conditions stated above are attracted. To this limited extent, the magistrate will make judicial scrutiny. This expression is very crucial as Supreme Court decided the extent and expected life of judicial intervention, or to say check and balance in such case. Apex Court viewed with bold concern raised by various benches over a period of time to bring core issue of criminal jurisprudence to the center, state and cautious law enforcing agencies that power of arrest is to be used in a more responsible and logical manner and not in a mechanical or insensitive manner, because as Supreme Court stated in this judgment, arrest brings humiliation, curtails freedom and casts scars forever. What police shall comply? 41A. Notice of appearance before police officer. The police officer shall, in all cases where the arrest of the person is not required under the provision of subsection 1 of section 41, issue a notice directing the person against whom a reasonable complaint has been made or credible information has been received or a reasonable suspicion exists that he has committed a cognizable offence, to appear before him or at such other place as may be specified in the notice. Where such a notice is issued to any person, it shall be the duty of that person to comply with the terms of notice. Where such person complies and continues complies with the notice, he shall not be arrested in respect of the offence referred to in the notice, unless, for reasons to be recorded, the police officer is of the opinion that he ought to be arrested. Where such persons at any time fails to comply with the terms of the notice or is unwilling to identify himself, the police officer may, subject to such orders as may have been passed by the competent court in this behalf, arrest him for the offence mentioned in the notice. Clause 41A, inserted by Code of Criminal Amendment Act 2008 and Subclass 1, further modified by Code of Criminal Procedure Amendment Act 2010. Subclass 4, substituted by Code of Criminal Amendment Act 2010.